Hi, I'm an intelligent human being, and I'd like to tell you what happened on 9/11. Hi, I'm a truther, as you would say, and I'm here to tell you what really happened on 9/11. Now, first of all, I'd like to say I fully support asking questions, and I'm actually glad to have the opportunity of debating this topic here so we can get a clearer understanding of what happened. I would also just like to say thank you for the opportunity to take on the government's lies and the lies of this fellow over here. So I'll start with the obvious. There are hundreds of witness accounts of bombs going off inside the towers. And the official story is that the intense heat from the impacts was so strong it weakened the steel, causing the building to do a pancake collapse on itself. But this is simply a lie, actually. Excuse me, sir, I didn't come here to be called a lie. Well, but you are one, sir. I'd just like to ask about your response to Willie Rodriguez's testimony that he heard, felt, and was burned by an explosion in the basement of the North Tower before the plane hit. Well, when the planes hit the buildings, they punctured the internal core. Jet fuel poured down the elevator shafts, setting off secondary explosions and starting fires all the way down the building. And in this testimony you mentioned, he actually says that somebody comes out of the elevator with his skin hanging off. But you haven't addressed the fact that it was before the plane. And additionally, some conspiracy theories cite a plane that hit the Empire State Building a couple of years before, asking why that building is still standing and why the Twin Towers collapsed. Now, this was a smaller plane traveling at a slower, but we have accounts of... And what is your counterpoint to the fact that the explosion was before the plane hit? What? I said... Fine. I'd like to ask why none of this evidence that you claim exists and that the government claims exists hasn't been released to the public. The government claims to have recordings of phone calls, pictures of plane debris. Why haven't any of these been shown to us? Actually, the government has released transcripts of exactly. We don't see any evidence that they claim exists. But we have the cockpit recorder. What? I said we... Okay. I'd just like to point out something interesting about these conspiracy theories is that they usually cite sources from a couple of days after, maybe just one day after, and we know how much misinformation comes out in the first few days. Actually, one of my main sources comes from a year afterwards. What? I said that what... Yeah, actually, I'm very glad you asked that. I actually have a video I'd like to show you from... Oh, your evidence comes from YouTube now. Great, really credible. If you'll just tell me, please. Excuse me. Let me make my argument. Fine. No video. My question is, why has there never been a valid computer model for the official story of the top part of the building demolishing the entire building? Obviously, the official story must be impossible to reproduce that way. Either that, or nobody who is able to do that feels the need to pander to your crackpot theories. Okay, that is it! You're not going to listen to my arguments, then why am I here? Because your arguments are ridiculous! Oh, my arguments are ridiculous. You numbers, and you refuse to listen to the truth. They must be demolished, and that everyone's being lied to. You have whenever I try to talk some reason into you, you call me a liar. Official report, we have no released evidence. Obviously, something is wrong. Actually, yeah, really mature. Yeah, really mature. Think for yourself. Call people liars when they...